All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Unpredictable Podcast. I'm your host, AR. That is the
Mr.
Versace.
Versace.
Mr. Versace. Hold on. All right, so hold on. So is it Mr. Versace or the Versace Traveler? So I'm trying to
On
figure
the, on the
out.
podcast, on the podcast is Mr.
Okay.
Versace. Now,
Okay,
when
Mr.
I'm on
Versace.
my travel network, then it's the Versace Travel.
I like that. Okay. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to make sure we could. I didn't know what we were getting, which one we're getting. So just had to make sure. All right. Oh, Mr. Versace Travel. Give me 1 minute because I don't have my. Just like you had your robe out, I need to have
Yeah.
my classic drink out. So I ain't got
Okay.
my drink because I'm that guy. So to give me, I got to be able to get my bourbon, and and you got your brisk. So I need my bourbon to get me right.
I'm like,
But
don't give him no promo. No,
oh my bad. Yeah, you need to cover that
this is
can
just
up.
some tea.
It just
No,
my
no,
bad.
no free
My bad. Yeah,
promo.
we need to. Yeah, we're gonna go back and edit and just black that out. All right, well I'll be back. I already got my drink. I just need to get ice.
All right.
All right. See, I feel bad we can't do promos because I was gonna try a different drink and kind of. But yeah, they need to pay first. I had to get my circular ice. I like my circular ice.
Yeah, I wish we could find. I wish they were streaming his comedy show.
Oh,
Chris Rock. He opens up tonight,
what?
and he sold out both shows tonight. He has sold out both shows tonight.
No, hold on. Cancel the show. We need to put that on.
Everybody want to know, is he going to say something about
because
it?
you know he has not. He's the only. He has not said a single thing about it. Hell, Willow said something. Even August made a statement
commented on it.
Who? Who's commented on it?
His brother, Chris Rock's brother.
Oh, he did. What did he say?
Pretty much, I'm gonna summarize it. He didn't use these exact words, but F that apology because he has yet to call him personally.
Who?
You do your actions, right? You're bold enough to come up to me publicly,
Yep.
right? But you can't come at me, man to man. Then that was kind of move. Like I was talking about today, nephew, and it's like you sitting back. I'm telling a joke, like like we talked about earlier. I'm telling a joke. I look at you, you laughing, and then you walk up to me. So I'm thinking like, we good. The way you walked up to me,
they thought
noise.
They thought he was gonna be like. They said he thought that maybe gonna put him in a headlock. Like a. Don't be talking about my woman type stuff. Not on some,
Right. And he came up there. No, like you said, like you did all that noise after you hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all that.
Like some,
all that wolfing after the
Chris
fact.
Rock.
What? Go ahead.
Call that man. Like call him. You gonna apologize with a text message? That's like breaking up with somebody over a text message.
It's hard to do, bro.
It was worse. Bring
So you
over
know what's funny?
somebody on Facebook.
You know what's crazy about that? Monica always said the same thing. She says that,
What?
like when people get into it online, like they roast you and start talking trash, but then when they realize they're wrong, they want to DM you. She said, no.
Right.
No,
Right.
keep that same, like the platform
Right.
you used to do all this rah-rah, use that same. Now, granted, he can't go back to the academies, but like you had that extra energy. So you should have made a press conference, had your face out there, not have your PR personnel write up some shit you can put on your Instagram.
He probably didn't even type it up himself.
I know he didn't. Oh man. What is this? 1,000 proof? Oh, okay. Yeah, this 94 proof right here. Oh, we're gonna be good.
I'm gonna tell you that the good stuff is something called Ray and Nephew's rum. Ray and Nephew's rum.
Put me up on
I
something.
got it. Ray and it's what was it? Overproof rum. So it's about 90 proof.
Okay.
The average rum that's here in the States outside of Everclear is 60.
Yeah, usually rum is not that.
And
not
this
that,
it's so smooth. It's called
that's the
Ray
scary
and
about rum,
Nephew.
like Ray and Nephews. Okay. You know,
Yeah.
one thing I am going to promote, you may be mad at me or not, is Uncle Nearest. Their whiskey. Uncle Nearest. Uncle Nearest. Look it up. I think I sent it to you several months back. Uncle Nearest
Okay.
was the first black whiskey master distiller. And guess who he taught?
Who he taught?
He taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey.
Oh, okay. I heard about that dude. It's a black dude.
Yes, they did a whole.
They pay homage to him. Yeah, they did. They pay homage to him.
Yeah, so no, that's one thing. I don't need.
They pay homage to his family.
Who did? Who Jack?
Jack Daniels did.
After 30 years.
Yeah.
30, 40 years.
It was just recent. It was just like last year.
Just recently, and this happened decades ago. I mean, even then, when he taught Jack Daniels, Jack Daniels opened his own distiller, he was the first distiller, master distiller of Jack Daniels for like 10, 20 until he finally, I think, retired or passed away. So yeah, no, Uncle Nearest was. I didn't know that story, but when I found out that story, I bought a bottle and I keep a bottle. So every time I drink, I pay homage to Uncle Nearest.
Okay.
Anybody else? I need that check.
It ain't happening.
I need that shit. Hold on, you 9 for 10. That's fine. It's still pretty. It's clear enough.
That comedy show.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do some research on that. Right? Like, 'cause if we can pull that up right now, I don't care what it is. Let me know. I'm paying for it because I want to be able to watch that. And yeah. Do you think it may be on YouTube TV?
I don't know. He probably not streaming. If he was smart, he would have streamed it and made some money.
Bro, this. But you know the crazy part about this? This is gonna be his moment. He can take this and flip it.
He gonna be in Reno April the 9th.
Oh, really? Is he coming to the Metroplex? I gotta catch
Let's
him.
see. I'm about to look at the ticket now. Let's see.
Chris Rock tickets.
They said they sold more after the night of the incident. They sold more tickets overnight they did in the past month combined.
What? Wow. Man. Yes.
They
Yo, hold on,
sold
look, I'm
more
looking at these
tickets
places.
overnight after the slap.
Yo.
What's up?
I'm looking at this website. Tell you how many tickets left. Like his next show is on
Yeah.
the 31st. There's 34 tickets left. The show next week has 63, 46, 10, 18, 66, and as high as $1,000. Oh yeah, get that money, my brother.
Of
Get that
course.
money, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, is it streaming? Is it? Is
He gonna be in Vegas in May. And then he going overseas. He going to Great Britain after he leave Vegas. I don't know, he might have to cancel that. What's going on over there?
Like, yo, you need to stay here.
He's gonna be back in Vegas July the 3rd. Then going back to Cali. He to Texas. He's not coming to
Yes,
Texas.
I just seen that. He's not. Yeah, I see that. He's not coming to Texas at all. What?
Going to all the blue states. That's what it looked like. Looked like he's going to all the blue states. Let's see. I'm about to go catch him in New York. No. Dang, I wish he was in Vegas the end of July, because I'll be in Vegas the end of July. August 27th, he's going to be in California. 28th, Arizona. Man. June, where is he going to be at in June? Minnesota. He'll be in Minnesota in June.
Oh,
Denver, Colorado.
hold on. This just happened. Oh, okay,
What?
okay. This just happened. Apparently, the first part of the show may be over. He said Chris Rock made his emotional return to the stage Wednesday night for the first time. Rock was dressed in all black, publicly addressing the incident for the first time. He was greeted by an audience of Boston, by two back-to-back standing ovations that lasted several minutes long. Chris Rock said, let me be all misty-eyed and shit. Rock said with tears in his eyes, gesturing to the crowd's warm response. How was your weekend? He quipped. I don't have a bunch of shit to say about that. So if you came here for that, he paused and continued. I had written a whole show before this weekend. I'm still processing what happened. So at some point, I'll talk about that shit. I'll be serious. It'll be serious. It'll be funny. But right now, I'm going to tell some jokes. And then he started with the show. So I guess he just kind of said that and then went into a show. So yeah, they said the standing ovation lasted like it was so bad that he had to tell him stop.
I mean, like for real, we talked about it. As a black man, he kept his composure. You know what I'm saying? Because when Will turned his back, he could have just went in on him. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I watched the video. Did you analyze the video a little bit more? Do you hear when he said, did you hear like afterwards? He had mumbled something. If you slow it down, he was like, and he caught himself. He had to bring himself back in. Yo, you're real laggy. You're like 1 out of 10 for your network connections. You're like frozen on the screen right now.
There's something going on with the stream.
Now you were frozen on this. You were frozen. Your connection
you
is
was
like
too,
2 out of 10 right now.
When I look, my connection is all the way up, and so was yours. That's the first time.
Well, yours is up.
all the
Yours
way
up
up now.
No, yours is up now. But like 10 seconds ago, it dropped to a 2 out of 10. Because right now it says yours is 9 out of 10. Now it's 10 out of 10. So we're gonna lead right into it. So we in the chat. Oh, Monica's in the chat. Let's do the overlay. Hey. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hey, Henry, I got a message for you at the bottom. Monica said,
I'm frozen on the screen.
No. On our actual screen. It says, Monica says, F Chris Rock.
Why?
Why? Actually, you know what? Would you like to give some
Why?
insight on why that is?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Why?
I'm
Put
gonna
it
do one
on.
better. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
it
I
in the
want to
chat.
hear it. Speak on
I'm
this.
gonna put it in the chat.
Let us speak on this.
All right, I just put the link in the chat. Please click on the link, call in, and give your opinion because we love stuff like this. Because last episode, Tia came in, gave some insights.
Yeah, Tia ain't here today.
She ain't here today.
Ready to get in on that today. Let's hear this insight.
Yes, oh yes. So please,
Please. Bless us with your presence.
Bless us with your presence. Click on the link, join the stream, and we'll love to have you in here.
Yeah. We want it live and direct how you really feel.
Yes, tell us. Because see, I love having different perspectives because and you know most people like it's not I'm not gonna say controversial. It's not like to me. I love a healthy debate because for me, I like to get my point across, but also at the same time, I like to listen to other people and kind of like like a debate team or something like that. Monica, please click on the link, call in. Now you gonna say all that in the chat? Oh, there we go. We in the building.
We in the building.
Hey y'all.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well.
Okay.
So, thank you for calling in. You're on the Unpredictables podcast. I am JR, if you don't know yet, and that is Mr. Versace.
Hey, Mr. Versace. Hey, JR.
How you doing? How you doing?
Hey,
now
tell us how you really feel.
We have briefly talked about the Chris Rock incident and Will Smith, and in the comments we noticed you said F Chris Rock, so that's why I had to call you onto the show to get your perspective and figure out why you believe F Chris Rock is the motion.
Because he knew he was wrong. He was dead wrong, and it's not the first time that he has attacked that woman's health condition. So that's it. I mean, it's really as simple as that. There's certain things that are off limits, and you don't talk about make jokes out of somebody's health condition. They did the same thing to Chadwick Boseman. Then that man had cancer. Mm-hmm. And now he's dead. Now he's looking stupid, like, oh, we made jokes because he was being so skinny. Well, you shouldn't be laughing at somebody's health condition, no way. A person's health is not a joking matter. So no, that's why I said fuck Chris Rock. It wasn't funny.
So
he was wrong.
Okay, quick question: do you believe an lack of knowledge should be a guilty verdict? Because it turns out Chris Rock did not know she had alopecia.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, because that woman has gone publicly and discussed having alopecia.
I'm glad you said that because I've heard that from several people talking about she just put it on the show. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't watch her show, and I don't believe people genuinely are into that Will Smith and the Jada Smith world. So I don't know anything going on with them. So to say that he had to know when he said he didn't, so you're basing it off of what? So if a man says he didn't know, well, I know you knew. I'm just trying to figure out a baseline here. If he said,
so you're telling me 90% of the people in that audience knows that Jada has alopecia. She's discussed it multiple times. The woman had naturally long hair. All of a sudden, she's bald. She's discussed it several times, not just once on her show, but several times. And you telling me 90% of the people in that audience knew about it? That fool is the only one who didn't? Come on now. No, that's a lie.
So be completely honest. I'm not take me and you situation. Since the fact that I knew nothing about it, does that make me a fool?
But you are not in their circle. In their circle of entertainment, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows what the hell. It's a small little world that they hang around with, and everybody knows everybody. He knew she has alopecia. He knows that. As much as he all in their business and following them and always talking about them and stuff, he knew. So that's bull.
Okay.
That's bull to say he didn't know. That's why I have even less respect for him, because for one, you attacked her in 2016 when she said to boycott the Oscars. You attacked her then. Secondly, You attack her this time, knowing that she has a health condition, and think you're gonna do. I believe as soon as the words left his lips, he immediately regretted it because he knew he was wrong.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
So you're go ahead. Oh yeah, you left for a second. All right. So you're saying he knows.
Oh no, but
Go ahead, Mr. Falachi. I'm gonna let you speak on your part.
let me speak. I'm glad Ms. Willis said what she said, that you do not laugh and joke at somebody's health condition, right? So when I see this woman's husband laughing, how am I supposed to take that?
I think
Her
he
own husband is
initially,
laughing, like he's sitting back in his chair.
I think he initially tried to make light of it, because he didn't like it. I'm just saying, my opinion.
Okay.
I think he initially tried to make light of it
Please
and
say the
did
clip.
what. And see, the man was in a no-win situation. If he hadn't done anything, they'd be like, "Damn, he let this man just punk his wife out like that." Then he goes up and does this. Like, oh, he did too much. He acted out too much. It was a no-win situation for him. Either you sit there and you go with the flow with the crowd, like everybody was supposedly wanting him to do. And if he had done that, we'd have called his ass a punk again. The same way we did behind the August Alsina thing. We called him a punk behind that. So now when he does respond, oh, he's wrong. He's this and that. Now, Grant, let me just go on record of saying this. I do not believe he should have responded the way he did. Should he have jacked up Chris Rock? Yeah, later on.
The camera's like right in your face. I can't see. Oh.
I said, should he? I said, just to go on record, I do not believe that he should have responded the way he did at that time.
Okay.
Do I think he should have fucked up Chris Rock? Yeah, later on. Dude, you're a billionaire. You could pay people to mess him up.
Yeah.
You could you have the power to blackball him in the industry, period.
True.
Chris Rock is a peon compared to you. So I think he should have handled it that way. But either way, he was gonna lose. Don't do nothing, we call you a punk. Do something, we call you a butthole. How was it was a no-win situation for him.
Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Falachi, you want to say something? Because I don't want to be taking over the conversation.
I got. So
because go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll let you go now.
Well, you said it was a no-win situation. That part I would definitely disagree with, because I believe the actions that he took was a lose situation. No matter how you peel it or whatever, another black man attacking another black man, I don't think that's ever good. And it just falls back into the narrative that we're just animals. And what happened, the reason it's made all this publicity, because another black man strikes another black man. Oh my God, here these monkeys go at it again. I don't like that look on how it makes our people look. Now,
I don't care. When everybody responds to something like that, I just say January 6th. End of discussion.
Okay, I'm not. Whoa.
All right,
I'm completely lost with that because. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna go to March 27th, and this is a quote from Jada's own mouth herself. Being a black woman and dealing with hair in Hollywood in the era I grew up in, having hair look as European as possible was always the thing, and that was really challenging because I like my hair out wild and curly. But no one wanted that, so I had to do my hair in ways that didn't feel natural to me because I was trying to play the game. So I'm doing a cover. Everybody's like, no, we want your hair straight and flowy. When it's like, all right, cool, but that's not really what my hair looks like. It continued in videos. So I had to learn to get the courage to go, nah, I'm not going to do that, which is why I feel the freedom today. I don't give a damn what people think because surprise, 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 I think it's fantastic. I don't give a fuck what people feel about my bald head.
Yeah.
So like if you hear somebody say that to me, it sends a message that they're comfortable being in that element, being in that skin. She's sending mixed signals.
But don't we all do that? We all do that. You got a woman that's overweight Lizzo is massively overweight. I'm comfortable in my skin. You cannot tell me that Lizzo would not love to be slender, healthy, be have the body of Beyonce or something. But it sounds better and it's more socially acceptable because nobody wants to hear you whine. We're taught that as young Black girls.
Right.
Don't whine. Don't complain. Don't do
Right.
this. Just so we're taught that. So who wants to hear a whine? So it's easier to say, I'm comfortable with this. Well, you might be, but do you like it? Would you rather it not be that way? Of course you would.
But she has enough money where she can go buy the most expensive wig if she was really that uncomfortable.
But the
she's
thing
very
the thing is this:
financially. Go ahead.
wigs are not expensive. I bought 2 of them and gave them both away because they're extremely
Right.
uncomfortable to wear. If that's the case, then you could say, hey, men can get weaves too. Why every man that's bald don't go get a weave? They got all kinds of hair treatments.
Right.
They're not easy to do.
Right.
They're not comfortable. Everybody doesn't like them.
Mhm.
So I don't fault her for not wearing a wig. I done bought 2 of them, 2 very good ones, and gave them both away because they're not comfortable.
Mhm.
And you got to be at some level comfortable. Not only are you dealing with this terrible disease, but now you're gonna be out here with your damn head frying every day.
Mhm.
It's not comfortable. I wouldn't put anybody in that situation. So I don't know. I know as a Black woman, especially, I can imagine a woman in Hollywood. A lot of us are defined, or we take great pride in our hair. I mean, you look at the industry. That movie that they did. I can't think of that comedian who did that documentary about Black
Ooh.
hair.
Oh, hold on. Oh man, you messed me up. Do you want to know what comedian did that?
Yeah, I know.
Who?
Him, Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. Yes.
Yeah,
He
which is
understands.
why he should be even more sensitive to the situation because he knows the hair industry
Yes.
is a killer industry,
He-
and those that are contributing to it are Black women.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying, miss me with that. He didn't know that she had alopecia. Dude, you did a whole documentary
He
on
did.
hair.
So my thing is this: if he was the only one to do a whole documentary for the Black woman talking about Black hair and stuff like that, do you think all of a sudden he decided to change his mind and be anti-women with alopecia?
I don't think he.
Look at the body of work. Look at the entire body of work. Name anyone that's done anything like that. He's the only Black man that I've ever known to put that much. And even after that, he started a foundation for that same situation. So so we're gonna take a joke that he did that he said he did, but you say he didn't. Oh, all that don't mean shit anymore because he cracked a joke on Jada Smith.
Once again, I don't think he meant initially for it to be, like I've said 100 times. I think the minute those words left his lips, he immediately knew, damn, that was wrong. But in his mind, getting caught up in the hype, I'm gonna say this funny joke, but I think the second it left his lips, he's like, God, that was tacky. It was tacky, and talk about being hypocritical, dude. You do a whole documentary about Black hair, but then you make fun of a Black woman who's lost her hair due to a medical condition. Miss me with that. Your documentary is pointless at this point because you're the one that's a hypocrite. You yourself know that the industry takes billions of dollars, makes billions of dollars of Black women buying hair, doing stuff with their hair, whatever. And you make fun about a Black woman that's lost her hair due to a medical condition?
Well, once again,
he's a hypocrite.
Once again, that is your opinion that you believe he is lying. So if we just take the stuff that we have in front of us, him, his camp, or whatever, say he didn't know. Let's just pretend he didn't know. All right. Let's just say pretend he didn't know. Right. And he said what he said. Husband laughing, having a good old time like that. I don't think it was done in malicious intent. I don't
think it was done in malicious intent either. I just think it was stupid. I think it was very it was a poor judgment. Okay. No, it was not done with malicious intent, but it was definitely poor judgment.
So if someone does something without any malicious intent by accident, why is it fuck Chris Rock? Like Like people make accidents, and that was an accident. What Will did on the stage, that was not an accident.
No, it was wrong what Will did on stage.
So, but the thing is this: you look at two situations. Fuck Chris Rock. Well, Will was justified. That's what you hear.
I never said Will was justified.
You said
I said fuck Chris Rock, and I meant that.
But nothing about Will though. You said
Will. I've said it several times. No, I believe.
In your comments, you said fuck Chris Rock. You didn't say.
But in my voice, in my audio, I've said several times that Chris Rock was wrong, that Will Smith was wrong. I told you, did I replay this shit? I told you. I said Will Smith got enough money. He could have paid somebody to whoop Chris Rock's ass. Did I not say that?
Yes, you did.
He should have. I said, well, I let me go on record to say, I feel like what Will did was wrong, but I think something needed to be done. And as much money as Will got, he could have paid somebody to do it. He could have did it later on. He could do it like Diddy said, whooped his ass at the after party. The man's ass needed to be whooped, plain and simple, at some point by somebody.
For making a
mistake.
He
was wrong for that.
And Will's ass needs to be whipped.
You know what?
I think Will's ass needs to be whipped. They both need to be whipped. Because you're saying that, Monica, you say that the moment that Chris said it, he knew. He didn't know. He was looking dead at Will Smith. And when he saw Will's reaction, he thought it was okay. Because me and JR talked about this the other night. If Will would have gave him that look, like if I said something sideways, about you, I'm thinking it's a joke, and JR give me that look like, yo, my response is gonna be, yo, my bad, I'm sorry, like, I shouldn't have said that, my bad, because he gonna give me that look. But if I see, but he looking at Will. If I see, and I see Jada smiled at first. Her first reaction was a smile.
She did. We played it. So she kind of was like this, and then she.
That's okay. Don't play it. I want it again.
And then she rolled eyes. Yeah, and then she rolled eyes. But her first reaction was a smile, and Will's first reaction was he went back in his chair. And he kept laughing, and he glanced over at Jada
and he said, "Oh, that wasn't that bad." He said, "Okay," and then he said, "Okay, all right, I'm done with that." Because that joke was supposed to go on. That joke lasted 3 seconds. He said, "Oh, that was okay," and then he came off of it because he realized the energy that was off. Okay, I hit a soft spot. Let me jump off that real quick.
The bottom line is this.
So everybody's going to have their sides as far as whether Chris was wrong. Everybody says it was wrong. To what extent he was wrong, everybody's gonna have their own opinion. But my thing is, here we go. This is the other issue. Everybody keeps forgetting. Okay, yeah, she was a victim, but you have another black man demasculating another black man on front of the world stage. That's another issue.
Wrong.
And nobody's addressing that issue.
Everybody's addressing that issue.
That's
what the whole conversation about.
It's the whole point of another black man demasculating a black man on world television. That's like that's not like mainstream topic right now. Everybody's saying it's wrong, but nobody's addressing the fact that he's demasculating another black man. Like, let's call it for what it is.
Well, what's what that the other guy that was saying? If it had been Jerry Springer or somebody else, how would we have looked at it? They're definitely saying yes. You went at him because he was another black man. So yeah, it's being addressed. The bottom line is this: I just feel like it's not enough blame, so to speak, being put on Chris Rock. Right. The man got 2 standing ovations at his show last night before he even begins the show. So you're gonna so let's address a black man humiliating a black woman.
He got a standing ovation for using restraint. So it depends on one's perspective on how, or their perception on how they're receiving that. I believe, because I said that he did good by holding restraint and not turning that into an all-out brawl on international TV. Because that could have been bad for the black community.
So we give him credit for that, but we don't talk about the fact that he went at and attacked a black women got enough problems in this world. We don't need our black men attacking us.
You know what?
I think black women and black men have problems.
So
we all
do. I'm glad you said that, because that's actually the video I'm about to play next. For something, I don't know what happened, but the black men and women have been on each other's. But this incident made all of a sudden black men are no longer are attacking black women. We're not looking out for the black. Like I don't. It just happened overnight. Literally, I got like I'm only going to show one video, but I got like 5 or 6. Well, women saying like the black man has always been beating us. I'm like, whoa, when the fuck did this? Like, did I miss something? Because last time I checked, about a couple years ago, we were standing strong together as black men and women, and now with this one incident, now it's like, oh, black men been. See, this is another example of black men holding a black woman down. Like, whoa, I missed that point.
I'm not saying this always happened. I'm saying in this, David's saying, why is nobody addressing a black man emasculating another black man? My question, my response to you is, why is nobody addressing a black man humiliating a black woman? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. We want black men to support each other. Black men. I don't know. I don't know, but I feel like Chris Rock needs to be addressed for that. There was 100 women in that audience. Why do you have to humiliate a woman that has a medical condition that you know has a medical condition? I believe he knows. I still believe he knows.
Once again, that's still subjective.
Okay, well we'll leave it at that.
Like, one of the things is we want to just stick like, yes, you're saying he didn't know, but like we gotta. That's your.
So we gotta believe him because he's such an honest person. Okay.
Well, if you want to use that narrative, we can use that same narrative on both Will and Jada. So
I never said Will was right. I've said 100 times Will was wrong.
What I'm saying is, you said if we have to go. What I'm saying is, even if they say something, we don't have to believe it.
No.
Okay.
I don't believe him.
Okay.
I don't believe him.
I'm gonna play. I like to play both sides. Like, that's what you do. If he didn't know JR,
yes, sir.
Has he formally apologized?
Nope, he has not. As of today, he has not.
Hold on. He has not addressed. He hasn't spoken upon anything.
That's what I'm saying.
My thing is this: he wasn't dancing at the parties afterwards. He took his kids and his wife and went home. Has made no official statements. He didn't press charges.
Right.
So him not saying nothing.
That's a whole nother topic I've been talking.
Oh, my bad. But I'm just saying, like, he took his wife and kids and went home and he shut up. He hadn't said nothing. So that's kind of where I leave that.
When you feel like you're wrong, right? When you genuinely feel like you're wrong,
right,
you're gonna apologize. I mean, even though I know at the moment he got a lot of emotions because Will just embarrassed him in front of his kids on international TV. Will did it. I know, but when he got home and thought about it, like, hey, I didn't know that I should have came out here like that. I felt like he should have apologized. Maybe not right immediately, like I said, because he's got, as a man, and my kid's there, my wife is there. This man just slapped me. That's the first thing going through my mind. Like, my kids just witnessed me getting slapped by another man. That's the first thing going through. But when he got home and got a chance to process it, I think he should have. If he didn't know, he should have apologized.
Because last show when Tia was on here, we put her on the spot. We said, okay, David slaps me on stage. You in the audience.
Oh yeah,
right?
we did.
Now that we like, okay, David slaps the shit out of me on stage. Millions of people watching it. You sitting there with my kids. What do you tell my son? What do you tell Amari? What do you tell Xavier?
What do I tell them?
Yeah, what do you tell them?
I tell them that other man was wrong, and that your father is a class act, and that that the other man needs to apologize. Don't ever do that. I mean, that's all. What else can you tell them? I mean, you can't.
I don't think Monica really heard your question, because she used the word class act.
You were talking about in reference to JR. I don't think Chris Rock is a class act. No, but you're asking in reference to you. So.
Well, you think I'm a class?
I don't think I understood your question.
No. You think I'm a class act? Why?
Phrase your question.
Why do you think I'm a class act? Did we lose her? I don't think she had one.
I don't know. I don't think she really understood what you were trying to say.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, because when she used that word class A, I was
I was
like, no, she didn't get the question.
yeah, I think it was maybe a little thrown off.
Yeah,
But we can.
I think her
Uh,
phone's having some connection issues.
yeah, I
I
think
think
she
her
has some
phone's having some
connection issues.
connection issues.
All right, so
I like those type of things.
I do. I love it. I love it.
That was a
'cause
good
it's-
one.
But see, the crazy part is this:
Yeah,
most people they, huh?
she was adamant
What?
about Chris Rock. Yeah, she got
Oh.
kicked out. Yeah, but she can come back in. The
Yeah,
link.
you can come back in. If
Tell
you
the
want to.
link.
It's the same
link
link.
never
It
goes away.
doesn't expire. It's the same link. So, what were you saying?
Yeah, I like those. Like she was very passionate about how she felt about Chris Rock. I like that.
Yeah.
Like when people speak with passion.
I do.
And
because it's like
yeah, because I can yeah.
I can
There
hear
she
the
goes. She's
passion.
back. That's
You know,
rephrase
you know.
the question, JR. Ask her again.
so-
I don't really think she got the question.
I'm on stage. Well, no, she answered the question, and she said because I'm a class that. And I asked her, why do you think I'm a class that?
Because I don't think you would publicly humiliate another woman, another black woman. You have enough respect for black women that you wouldn't do that.
Now, do you think Chris' wife doesn't have respect for her husband?
So I think Chris Rock doesn't have what now?
Do you think Chris Rock's wife has respect for her husband?
I have no idea. I would hope so, but I have no idea.
So do you think she would probably look at her man the same way you look at me?
I would hope so.
Okay.
That's her husband. I would hope so.
And when I look at certain situations, I look at it from all perspectives. Chris Rock was wrong, yes. Will was wrong, yes. And I just don't, when I cause and effect, I don't think that the actions were, what word am I looking for? Were justified in the effect. No, shit. Maybe it's the whiskey. I don't know. But no, basically, I don't think
the reaction was justified.
Yeah, I don't think the reaction was justified at that time, space, and point. Did he need to be addressed? Yes. But what he did was allowed him to glorify Chris Rock. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you said that was a wrong situation. I think I gave you the example. I gave the example on Wednesday. When he made that statement, as Will, when we showed it in slow motion, Will it wasn't I'm laughing. He was laughing. And he looked at his wife and he seen that she was hurt. At that point, like, it's go mode. Yo, my baby hurt. Somebody got to pay for it. At that moment, a win could have been grabbing him, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. He could have did that same thing he did outside the violent part, and would have got a much better response from the community. Hell, maybe not even Chris Rock. Chris Rock would apologize, but him going up there slapping him pretty much negated any type of seance. To why right now, that's what you said, no one's talking about Jada, is because he pretty much fucked it up when he walked on stage and he could have stood up for his wife.
Well, Monica, she said she didn't agree with that. She stated that already.
Well, but
even if he had sat in his seat and said, "Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth," he still would have been criticized. Oh, that was tacky. Or you should maybe not to the extent of what he's being criticized now.
I completely agree with you. I completely agree with that. I just think at that point he could have saved face with a wife like, "Oh, my baby stood up for me," and then probably went backstage and whooped Chris Rock's ass. Like, there's been numerous of Oscars they talking about there was a scuffle in the back. You can handle that, but at that time and point, him doing that, it didn't look good for him. It didn't look for a culture. It didn't look good for his family name, and it didn't look good for Chris Rock's kids and wife.
Well, you heard what that meme that's going around said Jada telling Will Smith, "I'm not impressed. Tupac would have shot him."
Well, you know what? There's a lot. There's a lot of people speculating that slap had nothing to do with Chris Rock. I mean, I think a lot of people saying that slap had nothing to do with Chris Rock said.
What do you think it has to do
I'm not gonna say nothing to do with it. Like I said, this is the second time that he's came at her publicly. I'm not gonna say nothing. I would say that it was the last straw. I do believe that Will is going through some shit mentally.
Yes. And I can tell you why. You know why?
Of course.
Because they keep putting their shit out to the world.
Exactly. And you can't, people say, well, she cheated on him with August Alsina. No, she did not. They've made it very clear that they have an open marriage.
Yes.
You know, Will Smith
We just
has
had
once
that.
again. Will Smith has been messing around with some strange too.
Yeah.
You know, but she just put it out there, her strange, on her little show. But Will Smith had his strange too. They've made it very clear they have an open marriage. So she did not cheat on him.
Yeah,
So
but
stop saying that.
but I think the fact that
I'm glad
they've made
Monica
a
brought
choice,
that up.
they've made a choice to make their life public. So with all the shit that comes with it, I don't feel bad for you. I'm sorry, I don't, because there are millions, not millions. There's quite a few celebrities that you don't know shit about. We talk about Keanu Reeves, all these ones but you've made it a point in your life to put your shit out there. So now when your husband feels demasculated and this final straw came up, I had to do something, because for the past 5 years, I've been called a punk by my own community, and I got to do something about it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't think that Chris Rock was the sole purpose. Yeah, he was the straw, but all that stemmed from all that shit that you have caused in your household. Because as a man, it's your job to make sure your household stay in order. So if your wife do, hey, look at sweetheart, no, let's not do all that.
Let me ask you this question, because I just had this discussion with some other people. So the open relationship, right? To me, an open relationship is you do your thing over here, do your thing, but it's us, right? It ain't no you establishing another relationship with somebody else. Like you just go over here for your little side piece, whatnot, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Ain't no trying to get a whole new relationship.
Yeah.
That's my definition of an open relationship. I think that was Will Smith's definition of an open relationship. I can't say I will believe that's how he believes in open relationships.
Wow, you're breaking up again. Yeah, David's been going in and out.
Oh, yeah, but at the point where she did mess with August Alsina, she said they had separated pretty much.
Yeah.
And they had to determine it was going to be we can't do it. I'm going my way, you're going your way.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
The bottom line is she ain't cheated. You can't cheat on nobody that tells you it's okay to go and fuck somebody else, especially when you to somebody and you doing it your damn self.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is.
Even though she was having a relationship, I think hers turned more than just a side.
I think that's exactly what it is. That's
turned
exactly
into-
what it is.
She started catching feelings.
Isn't that what happens with
We
women
know
though?
he started catching feelings. Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
isn't that
So
what
that
happens
kind
with
of
women?
like Will's like, hey, like you're not supposed to be catching feelings, and like Will's like, because like even old boy caught feelings. He made it public that he caught feelings.
Yeah, he did. He said he loved her.
I think that
He did.
Yeah, I think that's what kind
That's a
of
violation.
That's
a
what hit
violation.
different. That's
Because my interpretation of a open relationship is like, we're together, you do you, but it is strictly, pleasure. There's no, because that at that point, that's the difference between open relationship and then what's the other word, platonic relationship.
Then take the word relationship out of it then, because a relationship implies that you are with this person. You know, take the word relationship out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? I agree with you 1,000% on that one. You are correct. Yeah, relationship is a bad word to put when it comes to just say you have an open marriage or something.
And that's an oxymoron, you know, in itself.
Yeah,
it is. No, people say it all the time, but we have an open marriage. I'm like, just say y'all do what y'all do.
Wait, why you married?
Here's the thing that I completely agree with. However or wherever your sexual fantasies, relationship you do with you and your wife is your fucking business. It's your business.
Right, that's your business.
There's no one else's. But when you put your business out in them streets and the streets got some shit to say about it,
you make it our
But
business.
that takes me back to my whole Chris Rock didn't know. All their business is out in the street. You know, most regular mojo people know about it.
Most.
But he chose not to know this piece. Come on, dude.
I guess the reason I'm saying that I believe him because I had no idea that she was going to that. I have never watched a single Red Table Talk.
You didn't?
And I'm putting myself. No, I've never seen that shit. So, and I'm putting myself in a position if
I've never watched that. I've never watched that, but I've heard people talking about it here and there. I've never watched Red Table.
Yeah, you ain't gotta watch it to hear people talking about it.
Even then, I've heard about the whole things, but I didn't hear about that. So I'm putting myself in a position of money. If I had, let's say we had $10 million, I'm living like, yeah, I may have money. Like, I still can't see myself changing the fact that I'm gonna give a fuck about what Will and Jada, what Denzel and what his wife. I got money. I got business. I'm moving over here. I'm not gonna take the time to figure out what's going on in your household. So that's the only reason I kind of believe him when he says I didn't know anything about it. It's kind of, hit or miss, but it is what it is.
They are
So do you
Hollywood
think people
talk,
feel
man.
bad
Hollywood,
about?
they got their own little world.
Exactly. That's my thing.
But hold on, but even
Down.
but even in the said, like, okay, let's say the football world, one we know very closely. I do not know everything about every head football coach in the Metroplex, let alone in this area. I just don't know.
But it's not as broadcast.
What were you trying to say?
Yeah.
before, Monica?
They're in the public eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the public eye. This
In the
is
public eye, like Monica said. Yeah.
No, you were trying to say
I'm with Monica on this one.
No, you were trying to say
I'm with
something
Monica on
before.
this one. He can't. Oh, my bad.
No, Monica was saying something that Mr. Versace cut you off on. It was like
Oh
20
no,
seconds.
I don't know. I just, do you think the people who made jokes and memes about Chadwick Boseman being all skinny and whatever, you think that they feel some type of way now that they supposedly didn't know the man had cancer?
Oh, they probably feel terrible.
Now he didn't publicly, talk about that.
No,
but what I'm saying is, the man was dying.
Yeah.
He was dying, and we made all kinds of jokes about this man being skinny and whatever. And I don't know. I just really think
it's wrong. But at the same time, I don't think we should walk around and slap everybody that made a meme about Chadwick Boseman, even though he had a deathly condition where he died from. I don't think we should go around slapping him just because they said it. I believe it was an insensitive thing to do of them, and it's unfortunate.
But if I was Chadwick Boseman's wife, I'd probably slap everybody I could that made jokes about him because I have a personal relationship with him.
Yes.
Of course we're not going to go around. We have a personal relationship.
So if you don't know somebody's dying, like let's say you didn't know I had a heart issue, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not as physically active, and all of a sudden I become obese. And the first thing say, "Oh dang, you put on a lot of weight." You know what I'm saying? Not like trying to downplay because you don't know about my condition, but just you see it put on some weight, you're gonna say something about it, you know what I'm saying? Like if they know about your condition, I think that's a different story. I don't think a lot of people didn't know that Chadwick he was going to do what he was going to do. He kept it under wraps.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. And then Monica on Jada's case, I think we talked about this the other day also. I think for us, why we're not as sensitive to it as males is because the type of condition it is, it's a health condition, but it's more of a cosmetic condition versus a condition that's going to deteriorate your health. I think that's why. And we're not women, so we think differently. So I think that's why it hits women different than it hits men. Because we just think it was a cosmetic thing. It's not really.
That's why I want to make the comment that I said.
For women, it means a lot more to women than it does to us.
That is true.
If it was a medical condition that's kind of like deteriorating her health, I think we'd probably be a little bit sensitive to it. But I think as a male, I think that's why we're probably not.
Yeah, I alluded to that on Wednesday. I said women attach their hair to their masculine, just like men do they penis.
Yeah.
They like imagine you can't give it up, you can't get it up. Look, that's gonna fuck with our ego, and I'm assuming the females have that same thing.
Yeah.
And it's so. With that being said, I got the video. I've been trying to the Tiffany Haddish perspective on the situation, and this is the kind of art.
Oh, Monica, I like this.
What's up? You like what?
I said Monica will like this one.
Oh.
Now, I would define tonight as a success.
Okay.
It was a great night tonight.
Okay. What did you?
First of all, I seen a man stand up for his wife, which we don't see that much anymore. That made me have hope.
That's why I said what I said when she said she's not the only one. There's several women said, men are finally standing, black men standing up for black women, and I'm just trying to figure out when did that happen. Like what
Well,
was it?
Tiffany Haddish has a personal.
Monica's right there. Ask her.
No, I'm asking her.
Okay, Tiffany Haddish is probably the wrong person to be talking to about this
Um,
because you know, I'm
look
saying
at,
this.
hold on, look at her eyes. That just tells you she
First
crazy.
of all,
Uh,
Jada gave Tiffany her breakout role. Okay, in the
true.
whole girls trip thing.
Yes,
Yeah, if it hadn't been for girls trip thing, Tiffany Haddish wouldn't be where she is today.
that is completely
Jada
true. Yes,
Jada
True.
gave her. So what else is she gonna say except for what she's saying now?
Right.
Okay, especially you trying to do some future business with these people.
yeah,
You know, you ain't gonna come out. You couldn't pay Tiffany Haddish to say that Will Smith was wrong. You can't pay her to
yeah,
say he's wrong.
Right.
She
yeah.
the wrong person to be interviewing about this
That's a valid
situation.
point.
That is a
So
very, very valid
I
point.
mean,
So
I can't
Very
even
valid.
listen to her with a
Yeah.
straight face saying this because I know she ain't dare gonna say anything bad about them.
no, because I mean, you know, at the point there's no need to listen because she went on like, yeah, he got like it was like, I'm hard pressed on that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you can't do that because clearly let's be real about it. Yeah, she's been a comedian for a long time, blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. Had it not been for Jada putting her in that movie and them giving her the role that she got,
yeah,
she would not be where she is now. She'd still be a no known, a little known, just like all the rest of these comedians
yeah.
out here.
Because I mean, not trying to clown her, but her comedy's okay. It's not, you know. I've heard a lot of better women comics, but I mean, she's cool. She's funny. But yeah,
Yeah,
without Jada, yeah, she'd just be another average
she'd be another average
comedian.
comedian.
That
She'd
is
be another
completely
average
true.
comedian.
So
The
yeah,
movies that came after that wouldn't
yeah.
exist for her.
So she basically
So
sold her soul. So she gonna say everything. She's like,
exactly.
okay, all right. You make a very valid point. Which I'm mad because I could have got all the other ones, but I kept hers because hers was very extreme. But you brought up a very valid point that yeah, she's gonna think, oh, he was justified. I'd have done it twice and all this stuff. Like, whoa, come on now. Let's get away
Yeah,
from
so
that because the crazy
Jada and
part was
Will, Jada and Will own her, so
yeah. Now it's
they
funny
own
because
her.
and just the thing I talked about Wednesday should have came to fruition. You have millions upon millions of white people looking at this situation, and that's why I say it's the saddest part out of all of this. It's like we took 20 steps back. You know,
Oh yeah,
Jada's
you got
hurt.
white folks on line
Oh
now
my God.
with a petition talking about Will Smith should lose his Oscar behind
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so you didn't had folks that then won Oscars that have been accused of killing their wives. You didn't had folks that have won Oscars that have been accused of rape. You didn't have
Yep.
folks. If we're gonna take away Oscars from everybody that has had questionable events happen in their lives,
Hmm.
it don't mean people should have an Oscar.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah.
So no,
Uh,
the man won an Oscar for his role in this movie. They didn't
yes.
say, and the Oscar goes to the person who was the best actor and who don't do no fucked up shit later on.
But he did
That's
violate.
not what it says.
But he did
Right.
but he did violate the bylaws while he was there. He
Then
had
don't
Has nothing to do with
then kick him
Oscar.
out of the
Like I don't
academy.
think he should have the Oscar taken up.
I, no. I'm not saying he did,
They
but
might
I'm
be able to
just
do that. But
saying
as far as
at
taking the
that
Oscar
point,
away,
ima-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if they want to kick him out of the academy, kick him out of the academy. Then
Yeah,
so be it. Will ain't gonna miss no paychecks. He just
yeah.
can't finna get no more statues.
I
But if you
don't know
want to kick
about
him out
that.
of
I think his money will be
Right.
affected. Honestly, I do. I think it will.
for a short
Not
time,
significant. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
he
that's
was
how it
he,
is.
just
Hollywood
the
gets over
rumor
shit
right
quickly.
now.
Yeah.
Well, the rumor
They
right
just
now is that the actors union they're trying to come. They say he violated some of the clause in their union. All that. They're I think you know how that goes. Monkey see, monkey do. They're
oh
going to
yeah.
wait to see how hard the academy comes down on them, and then they're
Hmm.
going to do their thing.
We're gonna put this
That's
black
what's going
man
to happen. But
on
we
this
got to
what you call
follow
we
suit.
going
Yeah,
oh
we
yeah,
got to follow suit.
they gonna tear him down. Like this is all the amnesty thing.
So it's
Ooh,
like,
yeah, we got one. Ooh, we got us one. So yeah,
w-
they gonna roll out the carpet.
but
but
all these
if
other
the
white
academy just
actors that
slaps him on the wrist, yeah.
You said what?
but all
No,
these
go
other
ahead,
white
Monica.
actors, I'm sorry, all these other white actors that have, screwed the nannies and all
Yeah.
this kind of stuff, that ain't a violation. Come on.
Oh yeah, it
I'm
is.
not with that.
But
I'm not with that.
you also know where we are and where we live in, and
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
and the thing that I guess I don't understand. Well, Tia's husband, how old is he?
Whose husband?
Tia's husband.
Yes. Oh, she was on Wednesday.
Tia 30.
He's 30. Well, we asked him the same question. We asked
My
him a couple
daughter's
things.
husband. Yeah, he's 30.
And we asked him, so what do you think? He said, well, you know what? He said, man, when you get to a certain age, and when he said that, I said, oh, if Will had been 20, okay, but man, you in your 50s, bro. Like, you have to understand your situation. That's the
Oh,
only thing.
definitely.
I'm like, man, I'm mad at the whole situation. I don't think India's good, but I'm just mad that he went up and did that, because now it gives them every piece of ammunition they need to now, like, well, now whenever we have a black person come get this, we got to have security here now. I mean, you have the Ted Rogan, was it the Joe Rogan Experience? He had, was it 10 million views in a day? They was talking about this. And they was talking about, yeah, man, this. And he even said this. He said, man, this looks really bad for minorities. He said, man, I got love for this, man. He said, man, because they're going to take it out of context. And he said that in his show. The white man said, man, this looks real bad for minorities.
Because it's Will Smith. It
is the black man.
Quote unquote.
It is the black man.
Good black guy. You know, like,
between Will Smith, Denzel Washington. It was one of them. And it's like, fuck.
But you laughed at me earlier when I talked about that, and I made reference to January 6th. You know.
Well, no, because I laughed because January 6th has everything to do with them. This is us talking.
Exactly.
Yes.
And them are the ones that are leading the charge to say, strip this man down. He's terrible. He shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be there. But yet and still, y'all the same motherfuckers that's supporting the whole man that has talked about molesting women.
Yes.
Y'all the same. So y'all mad because he went on stage and slapped Chris Rock, but you ain't got no problem with your president molesting women. Come on now. Miss me with that. You talking about what he got to be held to a certain standard. Shouldn't your president be held to a certain standard?
Yeah. We talked about
that. So miss me with the standards. But that's what's killing me about this.
Yeah.
You got people in there. Yes, it was disgraceful. It was disgraceful for what Will did, at the Oscars. But they find nothing wrong with what these white folks did January 6th.
Oh no.
They even came back and said, well, it wasn't really an insurrection or a riot. It was just a really bad field trip gone bad.
I remember hearing a field trip,
Yeah, it was just a field trip gone bad. No, it was a riot by thugs. Like you call us when we do bad stuff.
There are no winners, but us
as
black people have to. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, take the floor.
But I'm saying that's why the thing that we discussed years ago, JR, I said that the blueprint, what I called it, the black print, has already been written, but we need to go back to the black print, because until that happens, we have to conform. If we in order to, what's the word I'm looking for? In order to try to be on some sort of level playing field, we are forced to conform more than they are forced to conform.
Oh, hell
but the only way to fix that is to go back to the black print, and then you don't have to worry about conforming to anything because you're in your own. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're in your own zone.
We still have yet to get to the black print, and we have potential to create that black print. Well, to go ahead and use that black print.
Yeah, and just everything that we're saying.
Why don't we have our own guild? Why don't we have our own guild? Why do we have to say why do we have to go to all of that? Don't we have our own stuff? I don't get it.
But the minute you do that, David, then you have people that say,
yes, ma'am.
"Oh, y'all get so mad when we don't include you in stuff, but then you want to go get your own stuff." So what do you want? You want to be?
Yeah, you're right. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop feel like we gotta be part of that. Yeah, we gotta stop feel like we have to be included. We don't need that's the thing. We have to stop letting them think that we need them. We don't need to be part of that. Let's we talk about the NFL, right?
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yes. We talked about this a couple years ago. We can literally form our entire league.
We run the league. We run the league.
But it's just it's unfortunate because
look at the college athletes. Look, the entertainment business, period.
Yeah.
So like we have to stop feeling like we part of that. Yeah. As a people.
Yeah, buy your own table. You need to teach that table. Buy your own table.
But here's the thing that we understand, but I don't think most young people understand, and that's why this makes it sad. We can be able to look at this and understand what's going on, but the younger people don't understand this. You have to play the game until you own your own game. So that's what what makes this like you. I mean, I hate to say you have to play the game, shucking job. I hate that term, but it is what it is to get what you need to get to be successful. We understand that, but the young people don't. So when they see this and all this stuff going on, like, well, we need this, like, young blood, you can't do that. Well, we need to pull it back a little bit. I understand you want to do your own thing. I got it. But before that, you gotta. It's a white man's world, point blank, period. So until we develop our own world, we got to navigate through theirs. And that's sometimes switching that voice on, sometimes saying what we need to say. And when you get in a position that what like Will is, you would think at that point, okay.
Moves?
Nah, not really.
Are we making moves to establish our own world?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Nah, not for real.
Because you know, most black people wants to get a lot of money and a lot of power. They do this.
I'm gonna give you an example. BET Network.
Oh man, miss me with BET.
BET
I was
Network.
I was anti.
That was sold
for
to Ted Turner
for like 10 years. Yeah.
But he sold it to Ted Turner.
Yeah.
Now we're on a whole nother topic.
No,
like, you was on the right track. You established our network. You owned it. You was on the track, and then you gave it up for the highest bidder.
Like, how did we do that?
And you give it up to the highest bidder. We have to be Ted Turner.
Yeah. No, man.
Like,
it's just,
I don't know.
I think
will we ever establish our own world?
No, here's the problem. The crab mentality has been ingrained in us for over 400 years. So it's going to take at least maybe a quarter of that for us to get back out of it. Quarter and a half. Because I mean, there's a lot of Willie Lynch, a lot of that's ingrained into our DNA where we hate each other. We literally hate each other. I mean, like there's time. Oh, she's too dark skinned. She's too. I mean, there's so many different onions, levels to this onion that we. So before we even get there, we got a lot of things as a people we got to get past before we start building stuff together.
Hey, my phone's going dead. I'm gonna drop off. But y'all had a good show tonight.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your passionate feedback.
Thank
I
you for
love
your
it.
passionate. I
was
love
great.
it. Oh yes, and then never mind. I'm not gonna say that out loud. I'm not gonna say that.
Chris Rock.
Oh my God! Here we go. All that Chris Rock. Yeah, fuck everybody.
Fuck Chris Rock.
Her shirt. We gonna have to get her a shirt.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah, she hit on a point that I was trying to get at, and I don't think she completely understood. Man, I'm mad she.
What?
I'm mad she stole it from me. The fact that Chris Rock.
What you say? I understand.
I said what I'm saying is when you stole that, what's coming from me? I had this whole article about Chris Rock, how he started the movie Good Hair, but even before that, how he's been donating a lot of money towards that cause. And I just don't think it's fair for someone to make a mistake, a legitimate mistake, and let's just say, you know what, fuck everything he's done for a black woman up to now. I'm sorry, man.
I'm with Monica. I don't think it was a mistake. I just think that he thought it was okay to make a joke about it. I don't think it was a mistake.
No. I meant a mistake as far as like, yeah, he said it because he thought it was cool. Because even before she walked into the motherfucker, I give two fucks about anybody saying about my hair. Okay. So my thing is this, if you say that and she's saying like, oh well, she just said it, don't say shit you don't mean. Because if that's what the fuck you mean, then just say, look, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Exactly. So if somebody say some sensitive shit about your wife
to the world,
like, somebody come to your wife like, hey man, your wife this. Hey, you feel something? Hey bro, nah bro, chill out on that. Just chill out. But if you comfortable with that, my wife this.
Right. And truth be told, like they're comedians, right? Just like, like you said, football coaches, they have their own little family. Comedians have their own little family, right? And actually, he's worked with Will a couple of times.
At least 4 times. I've seen all the times, yeah.
So I know they know each other, and the comedians tell you all the time. The first people they try to write stuff about is the people they're closest to.
Exactly.
because that's what they know. You know what I'm
because they
saying?
know it's not going to hit as hard. Like if you're a complete
Exactly.
stranger and start roasting me, I'm
Right.
looking at you like, bro, you about to get these hands.
Right. So that's
But
why he made that comment. He said, "Come on, man. It was a G.I. Jane joke."
he was like,
He's
come on,
he's
man.
like,
So
like,
that lets you know
like,
when he said
this is
that,
what we
that
do.
when he said that, that came from a sense of like, you my boy. Like, come on, man. He said, dude, that
Right.
was a G.I. Jane joke. Like, it's made like me looking
Right.
like David, bro. Like, bro, all I said was this, man. Like, damn.
Right.
Like, did it have to be that? Like, did you have to cuss me the fuck out? Was it that serious, bro?
Right.
Because he said, dude.
Right.
He
And
said, dude.
right. He said, dude.
Oh.
He's like, dude.
He said, dude.
Like,
He
yeah.
said, dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke.
That was interesting. That's gonna be
Yeah.
talked about for a minute.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, there's gonna be two different perspectives on it because, like I said, women are
But
gonna
you know,
see different.
that's what I'm
And
noticing.
the majority
Women are running to the defense saying that, you know, she
side
was
with the
but
men.
I can
It's
I
just
can
gonna
tell you
be
why. I can tell exactly why. Think about it, all this other stuff you see. Like when you start to watch people and be a part of their, I guess
yeah.
their social media presence, and you feel like you're part of friends. Say I call it the Kardashian effect, right? Kim Kardashian made
Yeah.
this multi-billion-dollar platform because she had sex with Ray J on camera. But
Right. Right.
to transition herself out, she had this keeping up with the Kardashians. So people watch their lives.
Right.
I actually had the same effect happen to me when I started my social media thing, and I got like 15. I had people actually hit me, hey man, how you feeling? Like they really thought they were my friends. So you developed it. So when people watch this Red Table Talk, also they're thinking, oh man,
Right.
she's letting me in. Like I'm part of her. She's my. So it's almost like the Tiffany Haddish idea, where it's like I'm gonna defend her at all costs, and not really looking at it. I'm looking at it from a completely negative standpoint. No, we're not neutral standpoint. I have no interest in Will or Jada. I have no interest in Chris Rock. I like both, and I like all their work. So I'm looking at it from a straight
Right.
neutral standpoint. I'm like, yo, this is fucked up. Not the fact that I've seen any of those episodes, because I think that would have tainted my viewpoint at that point. Because I'd have been like, yo, I seen her have these episodes. She was crying. She broke down. There's an emotional attachment to Jada now. So now when that happens, I done went to her defense like, oh, you know what? That's wrong. He should
Right.
have said that about Jada. I'm like, Jada's just a random ass woman to me. I have no like, I don't know anything about her personally. So she's just a random woman. Yeah, he said that joke. Maybe it was ill-advised, but he get slapped. No. So that's just my take on it, man. So yeah, we're gonna be on this topic for a minute. Because we keep getting different getting different viewpoints on it.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But and then like the people from ET knew, like that's like they picked her to interview. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Like really?
Yeah. You know what?
That's
Yeah,
not
I
a
just
bias.
thought about that. Yeah.
That's a biased comment. You know what I'm saying?
ET,
Like
you knew what was going on when you did that.
exactly.
So when you got that, actually, hold on. We never finished playing the rest of the video, and we can just do that for the
How about
stream.
you?
I
How
wanted,
did you feel about it?
I wanted your opinion on it because you're a comedian, and so it was that thing where.
But
like,
you heard what she said.
that joke
I
too
wanted your.
far? How did you feel
She
about
said,
that?
"I want to know your opinion because you're a comedian." So her angle, I already see. You know what? I know what her angle is.
Exactly.
She's like, "You're a comedian." You said that because you know Tiffany Haddish. She goes off. She
Right.
goes off. I'm like,
Yeah, but
like,
she's tainted though.
yeah, she is.
Like
But the thing is,
like
so hold on. So maybe
like
then the reason ET approached her because she knows her stand-ups are way worse than Chris Rock's. So they thought maybe she would say, "Hey, you know what, man? This is what we do." But even then,
but she
was
can't
like,
because what like
yeah. So they caught her in a crossroads because at that point you would think she would defend her profession, but what she did was she sidestepped and defended a friend.
right. So now don't you now you bad now you can't come back with another joke attacking nobody.
Bro. Hey, I want to see her stand up
You
from here on
cannot.
out. I want to see
You
her stand
cannot.
because that's her whole that's part of her act, her open act. She sits there and stuff. She's kind of like a DL Hughley. She goes on and people in the like. So what do you do now? What do you do?
Right.
Because you
Yep.
just sat there and said,
But what Will
so
did, because
you talk
you are
she
someone who
goes
has
in
done
on
comedy,
men, right?
and yet, like you just said, you saw a man defending his wife.
Man, I wish I,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up
I
some
want
of
to
her
know how
stuff.
you felt about it. Would you want your husband to do that for you if
Would
you
you
was
want your
clearly?
So my thing is this: I want to go to some of her stuff, right? When she was roasting these men in the audience, and I'm like, what if that woman next to him walked up and slapped the shit out of you? because you were roasting her man right in front of her.
Right.
As a woman, she should have stood up for her man and came and approached you on the stage. See, now I got to do some
Right.
research.
He hurt. I mean,
I got to see some Tiffany Haddish.
Johnson, but they call me EJ. I host a little show called Inside the NBA. Please welcome Tiffany.
with 6 of my homegirls. So you know I'm turned up. JB, you look like a guy on a pack of velour do-rags.
Wow, yo, she did a whole roast of the NBA. She did a whole roast on the NBA.
The velour ones, you know, those are the sexy ones.
We don't have no health.
JB did a voice in Grand Theft Auto, which is a video game where you play out Charles's average Wednesday night.
But you know what, man? You know what I think it is, bro. I'm gonna call it spade a spade. But you know, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be very controversial, and I'm ready to say it because I'm that guy. I've had a couple drinks. I don't give a fuck. So here's it. The Jada. Hold on, let me get rid of this right here, so they can see who I is. The Jada health condition is the new black card.
Hair loss. I got hair loss.
Yeah, look.
You don't have no hair. You
But
know,
no, that's going to be the new black card. And the reason I say the new black card is because I know a lot of black people use that shit when that's one thing that pisses me off. Because
I got alopecia.
I got alopecia in my I got alopecia in my beard. So
nobody can joke about my bald spot no more.
Nope. Period.
Nobody
period.
can joke about my bald spot.
I see another one.
Period.
Nope. Period. Don't do
Randy, the kids, nobody can play with my bald spot no more.
You know, Monica's done that. So you know what? Oh, I'm glad you said that, baby. Alopecia is a real thing. Cause she makes some joke. Oh, you want this brush? You don't need it. You know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. I'm gonna walk back and sit down.
It's funny, but not funny.
Then I'm gonna sit down and be like, baby, you know what?
That's y'all be fighting. Nope, don't do that.
She know I'm crazy. She can deal with my crazy. She know I'm crazy. Man, bro, like I was ready to go some other stuff, but like that was. Oh.
Hey,
you know what? That's what.
Came just to rub on it, baby.
Oh, you been listening?
Oh, what? Hold on, what?
She was
you know what?
listening.
Hey, you know what? Somebody need to slap her. Somebody need to slap her right now.
Somebody need to slap her.
Yes,
I need to get somebody need to come slap her for disrespecting me like that, for dishonoring me.
Yes, somebody needs to defend your honor.
Somebody needs to defend my honor.
You know what? We have not got. Hold on. Speaking of that, we have not got her perspective yet. Why is she not called in?
She worked tonight.
Oh damn! I wanted her.
Yeah, Thursday night is the night that we're now on is the night that she's off.
Oh, well, you know, I thought about switching the days for two reasons. One is, do you think we can load more like maybe doing a Wednesday and Monday and a Thursday that we can load on content?
I like Monday, Thursday better. Yeah, I like
because
Monday, Thursday.
Because like Friday we travel a lot, and then like having the Monday, Wednesday, Friday is cool, but like we can have time to develop content.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was meaning to bring that up. I didn't mean to bring that up live, but I thought about maybe like 2 days, like a Monday and a Thursday, because after Thursday you have the whole weekend. You hit them on a Monday, because that Monday, Tuesday, and then turn around on a Wednesday. It's like not much may have happened, so we may need. And then Fridays, I don't really like Fridays because just for obvious reasons we be traveling. So on Mondays when you back on the Thursday. So what do you think about that?
So go. I like that because I was just telling Brown, like, this is too quick. Monday, Wednesday. I just told her, I said it's too soon.
Yeah, because I like we still
So
talking
I like
about stuff
Monday,
to
Thursday.
happen.
So I'll
Monday,
move my
Thursday.
travel to Tuesday. Monday,
Okay,
Thursday, and travel on Tuesday.
Monday. Because you know what?
Because
Hey,
Tuesday
I
usually
got
take
it.
a day anyway.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, so you only gonna do travel one
The
day a
best day
week?
to look for airline tickets.
Because you know
Yeah,
what?
I'm gonna do travel one day a week.
One thing I learned about this class is that that's actually I think our idea. He said the guy I was talking to. He said, yeah, that's great to do that much content. He said, but you want to give fans something they can't wait to come up and see. So he talked about
Right.
because there was one guy in the class I'm taking. He does shows every day of the week, and he warned him. He said, "Look,
Oh
man,
wow.
your fans, yeah, you may have loyal fans." He said, "But like,
I don't get
there's
tired of you.
nothing to build up." He said, "A lot of these big
Yeah.
time guys like Joe Rogan's, they do once a week." So it's like, "Oh, I can't wait to Monday." Like, "Oh, I can't wait to." So it's like there's a build up to it. He said, "Now when you're trying to get up, maybe 2 days a week is fine, but like when you big, you can do one day a week instead of like a random ass day like a Wednesday, and have people sum up to your class." But yeah, he talked about the 3 or more, how it may not be as conducive because once you get
Yeah.
loyal fan base, they want to see every episode. And 3 days is maybe too much for people to commit to watching your show.
You 22 minutes over.
What do you
You
mean?
need an
There's no such
alarm
thing as
clock.
over. There's no such thing
Yeah,
as
it
over.
is. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
You 22 minutes over.
Hey, you hear that?
Yeah, that means it's time to go.
Yo,
It's time for the
that's the wrap it
outro.
up music. Time for the
That's the
outro.
wrap it up music. Like
All
everybody
right.
ain't able. Some of us gotta get up in the morning.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to. Oh, shit. I got
yeah,
Jackson.
yeah, we know.
Damn, I got to show up tomorrow. I don't. Hey, man.
Oh
could
yeah,
you show,
you do tomorrow.
could you just tell him I was sick?
Nah, okay, I'll tell him. I'll tell him. Remember,
Never mind.
this ain't.
Never mind.
See
Never
that?
mind.
Yeah, you can get away with that. This one, all right.
Yeah, never mind. Never mind. I can't do that. Damn it. I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do him like that.
Yeah.
All right, was it 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
11:30?
11 o'clock
Gosh, I gotta go
in
to
the
sleep.
South Gym.
But see, I normally don't go to bed till like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you better go to bed earlier.
Yeah, I know. Tonight I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. Time to go to sleep.
All right, man.
Mhm.
Well, hey, thank y'all for coming
It
out
was
to
fun.
that
You know,
particular
we stayed on one
podcast.
topic.
We actually stayed on one topic the entire time because there's so many levels to this situation. Yeah, it was maybe a 10-second slap, but it was 100 minutes of how it put us as a people. And man, I think it's this is one of the most divisive things that's happened to the black people.
But this topic, we could spend the whole week on this
We
topic
can.
because I mean, this one incident. Because like you said, there's so many layers. Like we talked about the demasculinization of men. Number one, that's one. Him addressing her alopecia is two. The third thing was how it affected Chris Rock's family. You know, it's like there's so many layers to this one incident that affected a black community, black men, black women. You take it from out of the black community and you put it into the world perspective. That's why there's so many layers. This conversation could go on. We could spend a whole week just
It
discussing
really
these
is.
different
It's
layers.
kind of like one of those things like watching The Matrix or something like that. Yeah, you may have seen
Right.
like that little small part, but man, like
Some people saw just a slap.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I seen way more than slap. I seen us
No,
as people.
so what I'm saying when I say some people, I'm talking about as a culture.
Yeah.
For some cultures, that was just a man slapping a man.
Yeah. Well, no, I
You see what I'm
disagree.
saying? For some,
Because even within the black community, like I hate to call us this, we're so narrow-minded. We'll look at something and look at it for face value and not really peel back to see how deep this can actually affect.
Right.
Because
right.
think about it. Think about how many. Think of how many people like even she just got on and said fuck Chris Rock. Really? I mean, like why fuck Chris Rock? Like I'm not even.
I told you no. In her defense, I told you this hits women different. It hits black women different than it hits women. You see what I'm saying?
It does. But
So
look
it's
here,
like so
my
many
thing is-
layers. That's why she has that. So black women's a lot of black women, not gonna say all, but a lot of black women are going to feel like F Chris Rock because it hits them different.
Yeah, but
You
here's
see what
the
I'm
problem.
saying?
I understand that, but here's my problem. Okay, I take your toothbrush. You bust my mouth like there's to me, you can never justify the actions for what the fuck he said. I'm sorry. I will never agree with a woman.
She didn't justify his actions. She didn't justify Will Smith's actions. She was just mad about Chris Rock's actions. She's passionate about how she feels.
She passionate.
But
I get it. But
that's
fuck
why
Chris
I said
Rock.
what I said.
But like, hold on. So you think Chris Rock is over there getting jiggy weed in the fucking after party? Dude, he going through some shit right now.
But that's
he going
why
through some shit.
What I said while she was on. He is, and that's why I said what I said
because,
to
like,
everybody's addressing. Everybody's addressing what Chris Rock did, what he said, right? Yes. But nobody's addressing the after effects of did to Chris Rock.
Because even in case in point, you know how so like she proved my point. She proved my point when I said
like there's all the
yo you oh shit we're overlapping again. Think
what
about
he
it.
Said. Look what he said. Oh yeah, good. Will Smith did good.
He did good, really. But even then, she proved my point when I said well, somebody came and slapped me. Oh, I wouldn't let. I'm not like, dude. I'm literally giving you the exact same scenario, and you can't even see between that because you're saying, well, you're a stand-up guy.
You're a stand-up, and that's the thing. So this is the problem, and we didn't have enough time, so we need to. I want to piggyback on this the next time we get on here, and that's why I want to remember that word, class act, because no matter the man's stature, the man's the man.
Yeah.
Whether he's a class act.
No. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there because I got a point to prove. 1 week ago, ask any motherfucker in the black community, what do you think about Chris Rock? What's the first thing they're gonna say? He's a class act, right? He's a class act. Right. What happened? That's the problem I have is when he made that joke. Right. He's no longer class. What you ask anybody, you haven't heard nothing about no scandals about him cheating on his wife. You haven't heard shit about. You've heard more shit about Will Smith than you have Chris Rock any time today. Chris Rock has been a stand-up man, have done more shit for the black community.
She doesn't condone. Right. She doesn't condone what Will Smith did. She doesn't condone it. But she's just more passionate about how she feels about what Chris Rock did. So I don't think, like, I think she's just wearing that Chris Rock harder than she's wearing the Will Smith is effed up. You know what I'm saying? It's
I'm gonna say something. To
I think what you're doing is you're correlating Tiffany to Monica. I think you're correlating to the way Monica feels and Tiffany's reaction together.
Really?
Because Monica doesn't feel the way Tiffany feels. She just says F Chris Rock.
Well, how do you say fuck Chris Rock?
But like, when does that go away?
That's what
I'm just saying, like, when does it go away? Is it F forever?
No. Maybe if it was like, if the statement was
he made a joke.
Chris Rock, no. Maybe if it was Chris Rock was wrong, that's different. But fuck Chris Rock.
Was it malicious?
What are you talking about? Huh? Everyone unanimously agrees it wasn't done in malicious intent. So you telling me if somebody does something and it's not in malicious intent, fuck that person? Right. Everything they've done up until that point, that in the trash? All the philanthropy and shit he's done up until now, a decision he made to make a joke, throw all that shit away. All of it away. Let's not talk about all the numerous times that other people have done shit that's okay. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not about throwing a man away because he made a joke that he thought it was cool, then he realized it wasn't. I'm not going to throw away his 57 years of work in the industry. I'm sorry. I can't do that to another black man. And me.
Oh, you know what? That's a valid point because I'm glad you said that because it's the same thing Monica said about the Oscar. You got to write this stuff down.
Yeah, we do.
You really do. You have to write down because remember, we were talking about taking us Oscar, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, also, he can't take his Oscar away because based on his body of work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know
So
what you-
based on Chris Rock's body of work, do you still say F Chris Rock?
Oh.
Eh,
I'm writing this down because that's a good one.
That's what they got
Because
right.
based on Will's body of work, she said he won it because of his performance, right? So up until 2 days ago, nobody, you can't, because like you can't tell me anybody thought any bad of Chris. I'm sorry, you point to one person
tell us
and say a
time
bad
to
thing
go.
about Chris.
Connections again.
that-
I gotta hardwire this. I'm gonna
Yeah, you
hardwire
gotta-
this over the
Yeah,
weekend.
because in the stream,
But I'm showing
me
full
and my-
bars.
No, you're showing footballs, darn. But every now and then you'll drop down, and you won't even know. Like right now, you're 9 out of 10.
Okay. All right. I'll
Now
hardwire.
you're
I
10
got
out
the
of 10.
Ethernet port right here. Look, I'm gonna show you
Hold
where
on, it's in your.
I'm gonna show you where my
No, you
Ethernet
fucking
port is.
serious? I thought you had to run one all the way to the fucking
You see
run.
it?
Bro, you know what? Man, slap your fucking self. Are you
Oh, it's right
serious?
here.
Hold on, you have a desktop? You have a desktop or laptop?
I just didn't run. I just.
You got a desktop or laptop?
I'm on the laptop, but
All right, so
I
you gotta
have an
go to you.
Ethernet port.
Oh, on your laptop? I don't have any Ethernet.
No,
ports
I
on
have
my
the
laptop.
connection for it.
So I had to go buy one of those connectors, the adapters for mine. I'm rocking my ball
I
head.
bought the connector already. I gotta put it on
I'm
there.
rocking my ball head. My ball head's for Jada. So they won't think I'm with the shit.
You hardwired yet?
I've been hardwired. I'm hardwired the whole time. Remember we did that test? We pulled. I'm pulling 938
Out here,
megabytes.
because I'm losing you bad.
Yeah, I'm losing you bad. Oh, right now you got 8 out of 10 right now.
The what?
You're 8 out of 10 now.
Call me.
Right.
From what? Outro.
Oh, outro.